Hasita Adhikariarachchi is a writer raised in Sri Lanka and now calls Australia home, calls Sydney home, to be more specific. Her work speaks to the futility of everyday sexism and racism, and her work includes poetry, monologues, one-act plays, and short fiction. She was previously published in Right to Reconcile 2, an anthology published in Sri Lanka, and she often reads her poetry at poetry slams. Hasita's work is captivating because of the focus on minute details to comment on issues of broader significance. She skillfully deploys really fresh imagery, symbolism, and metaphor to explore the existential issues that we all face. Welcome, Hasita.
I sat on my bed and started reading the Word document that Anura sent me. My father was surviving on dialysis. I would hate to go through it myself. I will kill myself if my kidneys get worse. I paused for a moment. I read that line again. Those words were being said by an abusive and narcissistic white male character who was emotionally blackmailing his wife. Every word in the script about the ailment was quite like Amali's words, which I had used in my play. Were you inspired by my script? I messaged Anura on Facebook Messenger while trying to stay calm. After a few seconds, a beep sounded from my laptop. I read Anura's reply to my message. Yes, I did. Your script was great. I was able to imagine a different context. I think the conflict in my play is more relatable to general viewers. I stared at the laptop screen with blurred eyes. I looked out of the window near my bed. I clearly remember that I told Anura the last time we met in the cafe that I had my sister's permission to write about her. Those were Amali's words. I have her permission to write them, and she told me to portray her in a positive light in my play. How dare you make an abusive man out of her? I typed with a shaking hand. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you or Amali. Anura had tried to sound apologetic, but did he really think it was wrong to use my sister's words for a negative role without her permission? Why do you even want to write about her ailment? You could have easily picked another subject. I have seen how the contestants of reality shows on TV draw the sympathy and the attention of the judges and the audience by talking about someone in their family who has leukemia also. I thought it would be intriguing. I couldn't believe what Anwar was saying. Glad I'm not talking to him on the phone right now because I would have used the filthiest language on him. If you think I'm using my sister's story to draw sympathy, then you had better know I'm not. You have met my sister and my parents quite a few times when we were studying together in Sri Lanka. How can you be so insensitive to my feelings and my family's feelings? You could have simply asked me or Amali before you wrote that. How do you think Amali would feel if she ever gets to see your play? She wouldn't know about it unless you tell her.